In this tutorial, we are going to set up the purchase event for the TikTok Events API using Google Tag Manager. We have already completed the setup for the view content and add to cart events in the previous videos. The process for the purchase event is quite similar. We'll just make a few adjustments in parameters specific to the purchase. Like before, here are the steps we'll follow in this video. Create a GA4 event tag in the web container that will send data to the server container. Configure the standard parameters for the purchase event. Preview from both the web container and server container to confirm that the event is being received properly. Create a TikTok purchase tag and trigger inside the server container. Create and map the necessary variables for the TikTok purchase tag. Test and debug the setup, and finally submit and publish the containers once everything is working properly. First, let me introduce myself. I am Sultan, a professional web analyst. I specialize in Google Tag Manager, Google Ads conversion tracking, Facebook Pixel and Conversion API, GA4 setup, Pinterest, TikTok and Snapchat Pixel and Conversion API integrations, etc. I am available on Upwork and Fiverr. You can also reach me directly via WhatsApp or Gmail. If you are looking for accurate tracking and reliable data, I am here to help. Let's get your analytics done right. So now let's dive into the process. This is the website where I'm gonna set up the purchase tag. This is Google Tag Manager web container, and this is Google Tag Manager server container, and this is TikTok Business Center. First, let's create a tag for purchase event using GA4 tag type. So open Google Tag Manager web container and open the tag section. Then take a new tag, tag configuration, then Google Analytics GA4 event. Then enter here the measurement ID. I'm using a made up measurement ID. If you have watched my previous videos, you already know why I'm using a made up measurement ID. For the event name, since this is a GA4 tag type, we'll name it purchase following GA4's naming convention. Then let's set up the trigger. Click on triggering. I'll choose from here purchase. I've already created this trigger using custom event. I'll name it TikTok Events API purchase. Then save. There you go. This tag is for Events API purchase and this tag is for TikTok Pixel purchase. So if I open these tabs, we have completed the first step. The next step is to configure the standard parameters. I have already opened TikTok documentation about standard events in TikTok Ads Manager and their recommended parameters. If I find out here purchase, then we can see the recommended parameters for purchase event are content type, quantity, description, content IDs, currency and value. So let's configure these parameters. So I'll open the tag again. Then click anywhere. Here's the event parameters. Then add parameter. Now let's write those parameters name. Now I'll set up values for these parameters. I've already created those variables in my previous videos. If you don't know how to create them, please watch those videos. I've left the link in the description. Please check that out. We need to add here another variable for event ID to deduplicate pixel events and event API tags. And for the value, I've already created a variable for event ID in the previous videos. Then user properties. TikTok Events API uses customer information such as TikTok click IDs, advanced matching, and additional signals like IP address and user agent to match web visitor events with TikTok users. Once matched, information shared via the Events API can be used to build targeting audiences, inform the optimization algorithm, and better measure campaign results. That's why it's very important to include user property variables in the purchase event. The more identifiable data we send, the better TikTok can match users and measure conversions accurately. So here we'll add as many user related parameters as possible. So add row. There you go. I have done as much as possible. For this property's name, we have to follow the TikTok documentations about user parameters. I'll add the links to these documentations in the video description. You can check that out there. So our parameter configurations are complete. Now we have to configure values for these parameters. And these values usually come from checkout or thank you page where the user completes the purchase. So to create those variables, I have to go to preview and complete a purchase. So I'm going to duplicate this tab and go to preview. Tag Assistant connected. Now let's complete a purchase. There you go, the purchase is complete. We're on thank you page. Now if I open Tag Assistant tab and click on continue, we'll get a purchase event on left side menu. Here it is. I will click here. Then open data layer. If I scroll down, we can see the order data and then customer data like first name, last name, address, city, state, postcode, country, email, phone number, etc. So I'll create those variables using this data layer. So I should copy from here order data, then customer, then billing, then first name, then last name, then city, then state, then postcode, then country, then email, then phone number. Now let's go back to Google Tag Manager first tab. For the first name value, I'll click on this plus icon, then again click on this plus icon, then variable configuration, then choose from here data layer variable. The data layer variable name will be order data, then dot, then customer, then dot, then billing, then dot, then first name. I'll entitle the variable first name, then save. There you go, first name. The next is last name. In the same way, I'll create variables for last name, country, city, zip code, email, phone, etc. So let's do this. Okay, so far the way to create those variables was the same, but the next variable is for TikTok cookie ID and this is for TikTok click ID. The method of creating variables for these properties is a little bit different. First, TikTok cookie ID. Let me show you the cookie name of TikTok pixel. Here you will get TikTok cookie ID. We can see pixel as TK automatically saves a unique identifier in the underscore TTP cookie. So I'll copy this cookie name. Then go back to Google Tag Manager account. Then I'll click on this plus icon. Then again click on this plus icon. Then variable configuration. Now I have to choose from here first party cookie. And the cookie name is that I have copied at the moment. Then save the variable and untitle it. There you go. The next property is for TikTok click ID. If I open the document again, here you can see TikTok click ID, a data connection parameter appended to a landing page URL whenever a user clicks on an ad on TikTok. For more information, I'll open this documentation. Here we can see an example of a URL with a TikTok click ID parameter, and that's it. So we have to create a variable with this query name. So let's go back to Google Tag Manager account and I'll click on this plus icon to create the variable. Variable configuration. Then I'll choose from here URL. Then component type will be query and the query key will be TikTok click ID. I'll entitle the variable URL query TikTok click ID. Then save. And then external ID. I've already created a variable for external ID. There you go. The user properties are configured. Now save it. If I open the steps again, we have completed the second step. Now we'll go preview from the both of web container and the server container to see if the event along with parameters are received by the server container. Before preview, I'll close the GTM that I have duplicated a while ago. Now I'll go to preview from server container first. then from web container, then connect. There you go, Tag Assistant connected. Now I'll complete a test purchase on the website. There you go, our order is complete. Now we should get this purchase event on web container preview. So let's open Tag Assistant tab and click on continue. If I scroll down, we can see TikTok Events API purchase event has fired. If I select from here purchase, then open the tag, all of the parameters are been extracted. Now we should get this event along with its parameters on server container preview. So let's open it. We can see here is purchase. Now if I open event data, we will see all of the parameters are here also, like content IDs, content type, currency, quantity, value, etc. Now if I open the steps, we have completed this step. The next step is to create a tag and trigger inside the server container for the TikTok purchase event. So let's open GTM server container, then take a new tag. Tag configuration, then choose from here TikTok Events API official tag template that I have added here earlier. Then I need to insert here pixel ID. I have already copied the pixel ID, so I'll just paste that. Then access token, I have already copied it also, so paste it here. Then event name, it will be place an order. Then let's set up the trigger. I need to create a trigger for purchase event, so I'll click on the plus icon, then trigger configuration, then choose from here custom event. For the event name, I'll open server container preview tab, then copy from here event name, then paste here. Then entitle the trigger purchase, then save. There you go. Then I'll entitle the tag TikTok Events API purchase. Then save. Now if I open the steps, we have completed this step. Next we need to create the necessary parameters and map them into the tag. So I'll open again GTM server container, then open tags. Then open the purchase tag that I have created at the moment. Then click anywhere, then open parameter override. Then I need to insert here test event code. For this code, I need to open TikTok Events Manager. So I'll open TikTok Business Center, then open Events Manager. Then open the pixel. Then open test events tab. Here is the test event code. So I'll click here to copy it, then paste here. Then advanced matching configurations. I'll choose from here plain AM parameters because it will automatically hash the plain email and phone number for us. So for the email, I'll click on this plus icon. Then again, I'll click on plus icon. Then variable configuration. Then choose from here event data. The key path will be open the tab of server container preview. We will get the email here under user properties. There you go, user properties. So I'll copy it and then email. Go to the GTM account, then paste here the user properties and then dot, then email. I'll entitle the variable email, then save. The same way, I'll create the variable for phone number. So click on plus icon, again click on plus icon, variable configuration, then event data, and for the key path, open the tab of preview, then copy from here phone. Go back and paste here user properties, then dot, then phone. Entitle the variable phone, then save it. Next, external ID. I have already created a variable for external ID, so I'm going to insert that here. Then properties, for example product data. I'll choose from here use custom data. Then we have here three options: single content, multiple contents, no contents. I'll choose from here single content. Then content ID. I've already created a variable for content ID in my previous videos, so I'm going to use that. Then content type will be product. Then we need to configure here quantity. So click on plus icon. Here is the quantity. Then value. Then currency. Then description. That's it for standard parameters of purchase event. Next, we need to insert here event ID for deduplication. So click on plus icon, then event ID, and then save it. If I open the doc, we have completed this step. Next, we need to test and debug the setup. So I'll open GTM server container, then go to preview again. Then open web container and go to preview again. Tag assistant connected. Now let's perform a test purchase. Okay, purchase is complete. Now let's open Tag Assistant tab and click on continue. If I scroll down, we can see TikTok Events API purchase has been fired. Now let's open the server container preview. We also see here purchase. If I select it, we can see it's succeeded. If I open the tag, we will see all of the parameters are being passed like quantity, content ID, external ID, event ID, etc. We can see here also outgoing HTTP request from server is post 200 status, meaning the event is successfully sent to TikTok's server. We can also confirm it from TikTok Events Manager, then test events, where we should see the purchase event being received in real time. So let's open TikTok Events Manager. That's great. We can see place and order from server has been received here already. Nevertheless, to be confirmed, we will clear all the activities. Then open the website. Then complete a purchase here. There you go, purchase is complete. Now open Events Manager tab. We can see here place and order from server and this place and order from browser. If I open the purchase of server, we will see all of the parameters here that we have configured in the tag like email, phone number, external ID, then value, currency, etc. So now it's confirmed that the tag is working fine. Before testing in Events Manager, you may need to submit and publish the configuration on the server container and web container. Otherwise, you may not see events here. So that's it. Our TikTok purchase event setup for the Events API is complete. Just remember, the purchase event setup is an essential part of TikTok's full funnel tracking as it helps measure conversions and optimize campaigns for real sales. So be careful of setting purchase event tracking. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we'll continue with more advanced configurations and troubleshooting tips. So see you in another video. Until then, goodbye. Thank you so much. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more tracking tutorials. And do you need any help with TikTok Pixel, Conversion API or any other tracking setup? I offer professional tracking services for platforms like TikTok, Meta, GA4, Google Ads, Pinterest and more. You can hire me on Upwork or Fiverr or reach out via email or WhatsApp number like you can see below the video. All the links are in the video description too. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.